Get the boobies in. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is in collaboration with the beautiful Georgina. We did a mum tag back when we were both pregnant, early pregnant, and it was really fun and you guys got a lot out of it and enjoyed it. So we've teamed up again to bring you another mum tag. Yeah, so here we are. So I'll put in the description box the link to our other mum tag videos, and yeah, so this will be a mum of two tag now, because obviously now we're both mum of two. So we both have two beautiful boys now and we're very blessed. So yeah, once you guys have finished watching and supporting my video, I would love for you guys to go over and check out Georgina's channel and watch her mum tag as well. So we have questions here and we're both going to be asking and answering the same questions. So number one, is it true that second time around is easier? For me, yes. So my second pregnancy, I knew what I was doing. I knew my body. I knew what was expected of a pregnancy this time, and I just found that was really easy. Birth for me, again, really easy compared to, and now that he's here, yeah, I would say definitely easier. Obviously it has its challenges because I also have to mum of a toddler as well, so I can't sleep when the baby sleeps, because my toddler doesn't sleep at all. Except for nighttime, he'll go down at night, so nights are easier, it's just getting them down. But other than that, it's pretty easy. He's an easy baby. My toddler is easy on good days, on bad days, not so easy. Number two, show a picture of your children side by side at the same age. So this is actually something I haven't done yet. I've just gone off memory. So this is actually really sweet to see in person. So yeah, this is Isaiah when he was a baby, and this is Kason as a baby as well. And they're so alike, but they're so different. It's amazing what genetics do. Number three, which birth was easier? I had two really nice births. So definitely my home birth. Like, you guys have heard me talk about this before, but my home birth was polar opposite. So I preferred that birth. However, my hospital birth with Isaiah was still good. Are you right? What's the matter? So yeah, I preferred the home birth, definitely. My birth with Isaiah was nice. We laboured really well. I did it pain-free. I always say pain-free. It's definitely pain. I did it drug-free, and yeah, it was still good. It was just I wasn't a fan of the intervention part of that birth. However, how I birthed was still nice. But yeah, home birth definitely trumps that. Number four, what's the hardest part of being a mum of two? I would say and a dog. I would say the hardest thing would be to find time for me. Like, to wash my hair, even just have a quick shower at night is just so difficult. Only because Kason's so young, so as soon as I get in the shower he cries. So obviously, yeah. I have to shower usually with him if I want to shower. So that's been really challenging. Getting in the car, it's not a quick 2 minutes anymore. So like going out, even just to go to like Farmer Jack's around the corner, is just so difficult. So I've kind of just allowed myself, we've got a bit of a system now, but it's harder. So yeah, ducking out to the shops, just doing things with two. Trying to get the baby to sleep. He'll like just be nodding off and then Isaiah will like charge in on his bike or something, or the dog will whinge and he's awake. So it's like, so yeah, that would be my hardships. Overall, I think we've got a pretty decent routine going, but just, yeah, I would say finding time for me, like even just going to the toilet, you know, like that's impossible. Number 5, are the siblings getting along? So yes, initially Isaiah was all over him, just wanted to do all the things like change his nappy, put the dummy in, put him to sleep, hold him, all that stuff. And then now that we're 5 weeks in, it's kind of like his jealousy is popping up quite a bit, so I'm noticing that and trying to really like be present and engage with him, because I think he's struggling sharing mummy. Like he wants to sleep in daddy's bed with him. So we're sleeping separate at the moment so he can actually get some rest while we still wake up through the night. So he wants to sleep in daddy's bed because Kayson's sleeping in mummy's room. So it's things like that they're coming up. But other than that, like he's getting along. He's never like resented the baby or anything, so that's really good. However, he is just like trying to pull me away from the baby, or if his grandparents come over, it's like they're not allowed to look at the baby. So it's just things like that, but otherwise they're gonna be like little besties. It's really cute. Number 6, something you've bought but never used. My Spectra breast pump, and I really wanted to use that, but I've actually just been using my little handheld, and that does such a good job. But I really wanted to like pump and like have a really decent stash, so I need to use it because I bought it obviously, but that's one thing I didn't use. Number 7, the best bit of advice you've been given. That's the thing, like when you become pregnant you get everyone's advice, so it's really hard. Like I actually tend to tune everybody out and go with what I feel, so I try to not take on advice. But one thing I will say is I was told when you're breastfeeding and you have a toddler, to set up like a little box, whether it's like a lunch box or a snack box with like a whole heap of different snacks in it that they can easily grab out, and that has been really handy. So I have a couple of like, I basically set it up for the day. So we've got like a yogurt pouch, he's got a little packet of, they're like tiny teddies but they're from Aldi, so they're the teddy tots, so he's got those. There's like sultanas and nuts in there, pretzels, popcorn, stuff like that he can have during the day. So if he does ask me for a snack while I'm breastfeeding, he doesn't have to wait. He can just kind of go and get it, and then he's not going to chuck a tanty because he's hangry. So things like that, I really like that advice. Anything else? Not that I can think of off the top of my head, but that one definitely stuck with me. Number 8, what were your name choices before picking baby's final name? So we initially felt like it was a girl, so we kind of were leaning towards girls' names, which I probably won't share on here just in case we have another baby down the track and it's a girl and we want to use that name. But we pretty much had just the one girl's name that we were set on. And boy's name, we literally had nothing. The whole pregnancy we had nothing. We couldn't agree on a name. We weren't feeling any of the names. And it wasn't until like, I would say even 2 days before birth, I was laying on my bed after a shower and I just couldn't move. It's like that after shower coma when you're just laying in your towel on your bed. And I just found myself, I turned these on, so I turned the lights on, and this is where my birth pool was. And I was just kind of like sitting in here, looking at that and kind of like just mulling over what I wanted my birth to look like. And this name just came into my head and I was like, I love that. And that was obviously the name we chose, which was 𝐂𝐻𝐿. And I looked it up because I always like to know the meaning of a name. So I looked up his name and the meaning is so beautiful. So yeah, I really liked that. So 𝐂𝐻𝐿 means to rejoice, a healer and helper of the world. So I just found that so powerful and so strong, and I absolutely loved that. So when it was a boy, I was just gobsmacked. So literally just sitting there and then the name came in my head. And other than that, we had 0 names picked. We were just at the point where we're like, well, we'll just see what they look like and see if anything comes to us. So it's funny. Number 9, most embarrassing mum moment. So I was expecting my mum to come over and she just said that she'd be there shortly. So I was like, cool. I was feeding 𝐂𝐻𝐿 and there was a knock at the door. So I just assumed it was her. And I got up and answered the door, and I had forgotten to put my boob away while I was breastfeeding. So I was holding 𝐂𝐻𝐿 like up like this, but my boob was hanging out of my arm. And the postie had a very delightful shock at the door when I opened it. So that was probably my most embarrassing mum moment, and I either made his day or scarred him for life, so we'll never know. So, mum hack. I had to go and think about that one for a little while, I'm not gonna lie. And the thing I came up with was when my toddler is scared and doesn't want to go to bed alone, so like after a nightmare or something like that, we get his favourite teddy and everyone in the household gives it a hug and we fill it up with our love, and he goes to bed with that and it keeps him safe. That has worked so good. So we've been doing that for the last week and a half and it's worked so good. So that would be my mum hack. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I appreciate you getting right to the end of this video. I hope you got to know me a bit better, and if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. And don't forget to go and check out Georgina's video as well after this one. We both appreciate the support so much, and her channel is so beautiful. She's such a beautiful soul. You will love her. So yeah, cool. Thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
I won't say goodbye yet. Can I change your mind? 'Cause I don't think we're finished until